Hey y'all, it's Shanda here, Ancestral Medium and Movement Healer, and I am bringing us our chakra wellness. So what do we need to be focused on when it comes to healing our chakras for the month of May 2025? What chakra is asking for our attention, and how can we support ourselves through our healing with crystals, our herbs, and our movement? All right. When y'all see me close my eyes, it's usually because I'm getting like channeled messages and it helps me stay clear. So I'm going to pull a card. It's the way I love seeing what chakra is calling for us. I love these chakra wisdom cards. Um, my husband got them for me one year for Christmas, and I've been rocking and rolling with them ever since. I can really only find them through eBay, but I'm sure if you like just type in chakra wisdom, you can find them, and they come with a really cool workbook that breaks down how chakras work and how to use the cards too. So just wanted to throw that out there because everybody really loves these cards. Okay, Spirit. So what card do you have for us for the month of May? Ooh, two cards came out. All right, y'all, here we go. So the first one we got was our sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is your womb space. It's your reproductive area. This is our seat for stability, emotional stability, our zest for life, our joy, our sensuality, our sexuality, how we creatively manifest all of the things. All right. And so the theme that our sacral chakra is asking us to focus on for the month of May is abundance. Okay, and here are our affirmations. I am worthy and I deserve an abundance of anything that I require. I watch my thoughts to ensure that I am honoring and respecting myself. I honor myself by knowing that I am worthy to receive. I am open to receive now. I remind myself that it is a sign of strength to ask for help. And this makes me think about our overall message that we got from me about surrendering and not looking at surrender as this, like, oh, I give up, but surrendering actually as a way of giving ourselves permission to receive. So really surrendering with this idea of I surrender. I surrender how it's supposed to happen because I believe it's going to happen anyway. I surrender to however the miracles want to come because I believe they're going to happen anyway. And this is our sacral chakra is asking us, can you please surrender to abundance? Sometimes abundance comes through asking for help. And then you just made it easy for yourself. Sometimes abundance comes with you, yes, receiving everything that you require. So surrender to how we let abundance show up for us and really healing any sacral blockages around lack, around scarcity. And I'm also hearing around trust. Trust sometimes is more of a root chakra, but I'm hearing the sacral asking for us to look at how we are blocking ourselves around lack and scarcity and trusting that we are meant to have abundance, trusting that we'll receive everything that we require to, whether it's follow your dreams or just pay your bills. Okay. Right. So it's like a little bit of that root in there, but this it's like kind of whatever spilled over into the sacral from that is now asking for us to heal that. So when we're looking at our crystals, I immediately just heard garnet. I'm hearing pyrite, carnelian for my people who do crystal healings or crystal meditations, really looking at those three. Yep. Garnet, pyrite, carnelian. Is there anything? And I also heard amber and ruby. So Spirit is saying those are the crystals we're being encouraged, and the sacral chakra is asking for us to use when we're healing with crystals, and healing that sacral chakra. We're working with our crystals this month. And then herbs. Working with our herbs for this chakra. Spirit is definitely, I immediately heard like milk baths, like, or just these really luxurious healing baths where you're inviting herbs like calendula, rose hips. I'm also seeing like lavender, rosemary, cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, ooh, fancy, orange. Yes, so really bringing these kind of herbs and spices into these plant allies, right? Into our healing. So whether that's a spiritual bath, but also if you want to just cook with these herbs and spices, right? And doing teas, tinctures, any way that you engage in healing, okay, with these plant allies, with this medicine, is another way that we can begin to heal those blockages. And remember, y'all, I always like to say, don't just do it and then go about your business. You want to make sure, whether you're sipping a cup of tea, whether you're taking drops of a tincture, sitting in a bath, sitting with your crystal, you want to be in a space where you're actually meditating, or at least being in some type of state of reflection. So maybe you keep a journal next to you as you're meditating so you can really work through what's coming up. The herbs and the crystals are helping heal you on this cellular DNA spiritual level. But the way we have to integrate how we shift our thinking around those blockages and our mindset around those blockages is when we add that layer of reflection and working through it, so we can begin to shift our mindset and what we believe is possible. So we can begin to shift the limiting beliefs and shift the narratives that we've been telling ourselves that has been making us believe the blockages in the first place. Okay. All right, y'all. And then our second chakra, the second chakra that is asking for our attention this month in May, is our crown chakra. So our crown chakra is literally the top of our heads. It is the chakra that is responsible for our connection to the divine, our connection to source, whatever that feels like and is for you. When you are able to basically receive your own messages and your own guidance and your own vision, that is what that chakra is responsible for. And so the theme is called One with All. And these are our affirmations for this month when we're looking at healing our crown chakra. I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this, and I know that it flows through all. I claim and I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and I meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source and that we are all on a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, my mental, emotional, and physical well being. And what Source is saying with this crown chakra, when we talk about and how do we, thank you, Source, apply surrendering to this, is really surrendering to that. You got to let people be who they are and let yourself be who you are, because we're all connected. No matter what you believe in, no matter how you choose to move about the earth, we are all here on assignment. We are all here on our own paths, our own journeys, coming in and out of each other's lives for reasons and lessons and teachings. Nothing more, nothing less. And so we're really being encouraged this month to honor that that is the truth. Like, honor that we are all connected. Nobody's saying you got to go be everybody bestie, but it is about respecting and loving people with the understanding that we're all connected and we're all on our path, so that we can just let people be. So when you're looking at how you surrender to these situations, to relationships, to outcomes, to happenings in your life, really understand that because we're all connected, we're all mirroring back to each other. What's happening down on the inside of us, we're all reflecting that back to each other. So instead of feeling some kind of way and getting in your feelings about things, remember that we're all one. So slowing down enough this month to go, what's the lesson here, Source? Slowing down enough to go, what is this relationship teaching me? Slowing down enough to go, if I don't like what they're doing and how they're moving so much, what is it reflecting back to me? What do I need to start taking accountability for? And knowing that you don't have to do that alone, knowing that you can sit in meditation and have Source give you those lessons and those understandings, because we're all connected, so we can begin to understand it and move in a way in our behaviors, in our habits, in our communications that's beneficial to each other, and not just walking around sighing each other because we getting triggered all day, but actually realizing that we're all connected, and let's get the lessons and let's move accordingly to each other in this divine understanding. And so when it comes to healing these wounds around accepting and understanding that we are all connected, not just beings having human experiences, but the plants, the moon, the sky, the air, the water. We're all connected, all the way down to the bugs, is what I just heard, right? And so healing any blockages around allowing us to be open to this universal truth and to this understanding. When you're working with your herbs, I immediately heard amethyst. Amethyst to calm your mind down so you're not getting so anxious about all the information and relearning and reprogramming that you're doing on your journey right now. Amethyst is going to help you calm your mind, but also continue to stay open. I also heard for anybody who's been dealing with some super heavy thoughts, you can pair that amethyst with some black tourmaline or black tourmaline, however you want to say it, to really help pull out some really gucky thoughts, negative thinking, but put that amethyst with it so you just don't drain yourself and there's nothing left. The amethyst is going to help that calmness remain while that black tourmaline pulls out that negative energy. All right, I'm also hearing moonstone for people who are really tapping into learning how to work with their intuition and learning how to trust their own divine connection with source. Herbs, yeah. So herbs, I immediately got passion flower. Passion flower to help us continue to remain calm and to remain open. So whether that's a passion flower bath, again, tea, tincture, the same rules apply when we're working with plant allies. All right, teas, tinctures, baths, being intentional and really having that time for reflection and letting the wisdom of the plants actually communicate back to us. So don't just make the tea and be like, I'm sitting here. Plants have their own wisdom in medicine. They've been alive longer than us and the lifetimes that we done came down here with. So really allowing for them to share their wisdom and their understanding and the medicine around what we're healing. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, and then movement for the sacral and for the crown. Movement, anything that's going to allow for you to move your hips, anything that's also going to allow for you to move in a way that is steady, that forces you to listen to your body, forces you to really get out of your head and into your body, but also forces you to have to trust yourself. So things that make you have to balance, things that make you have to shift your weight from side to side, but not in a jerky way, in a way that still is very flowy, in a way that is very stable. Not like a hit workout, but a workout that allows for you to Tai Chi, that allows for you to gracefully shift your balance, but you have to stay connected to how your body wants to move, connected to yourself, and trusting that you'll get there, trusting that you'll land there. Okay, so when we're looking at how we're going to integrate this guidance into our healing journey, whether you're looking at crystals, herbs, or movement, those are how we want to layer that into our lifestyle for this month. All right. Mm-hmm. If you want to book an ancestral reading to get anything specific for yourself, you can click the link below. If you are still someone who's trying to understand chakras and understand how it's connected to your healing, you can also get my Chakra Wellness ebook where I break it down super simple of this is what your chakras are, this is what they look like when they're triggered, this is what they feel like when they're blocked, and this is how you can heal yourself through crystals, herbs, and movement. All right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. That's all spirit and ancestors have for us. All right, y'all. Happy May. Keep going, keep growing, keep healing. Let me know how all of this is showing up for y'all in May. I really want to know. Let me know what resonates. Let me know if you need any clarity on any of the other messages that came through. And I'll talk to y'all soon.